Alright, hey everyone! Welcome to another Wildwitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildwitch RP? That's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. And now we create and share high quality, exciting TTRPG experiences full time. Tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features the Virtuous Fall, a campaign spanning across D&D's Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus, and Chains of Asmodeus, chronicling our hero's hellish epic. With us at the table, we have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, that means it's time for introductions. So, like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects and chatty redcaps. And you can find out more about them through Sirenscape.com. They're a fantastic and affordable sound collection. But now, it's time to meet our courageous, daring heroes as they've learned a little bit more about Lulu and her memories through a dream quest. And we'll begin with an introduction for Haven.
Speaking of dream quests, here we go. Haven is an elf like you rarely have ever seen before. He's taller than most and stronger than most, and he has light, subtly gray skin covered with runic tattoos. He has a chaotic mop of red hair and reddish-orange eyes that appear to glow like embers. Now, during this ritual to restore Lulu's memories, we had that black sludge that imparted this horrible sense of loss, and it brought back Haven's recent flashback of his mother's violent death at the hands of giants. But afterward, after we got out of the sludge, he remembered more. He remembered her. She was green, head to toe. She was green like the buds and new growth that appeared during springtime. Like all of her, her skin, her hair, her eyes. And those eyes sparkled like the light dancing through springtime snowmelt in the Giants Run Mountains near where he grew up. And she was warm and soft like springtime grass in the afternoon sun. He could see and feel her now, like gone, but always there, in the spray of the river Chianto on the boat ride down to Baldur's Gate, and in the smell of the wildflowers that was sold by the young boy in the upper city, and even in the fresh air outside the city on the way toward Candlekeep. Thanks to the ritual, he remembered her, never to be forgotten again.
That is... You don't know how happy I am to hear that lore. That's gonna
I
have...
was almost crying in my car thinking it up today.
Oh, that's just gonna... There's things that are going to tie into that, and I can't wait to see it happen. Alright, next up for our introductions, what do we learn about Saren?
Hello, my name is Brent, and I'll be playing Saren Starseeker. He's an Astro Elf, divine soul sorcerer, who found himself dropped into a second, more dangerous city of El Turel that they made their way out of, and through Fort Knucklebone that they seem to have survived and maybe even helped. He continues to become more and more comfortable with his newfound magic powers that he suddenly gained, and remains determined to help the people of El Turel and find answers for what happened. This week's fun fact is, it's not that Saren is enjoying the break from the generally monotonous life aboard a Spelljammer, but he's thankful that he was at least somewhat prepared for this. His family ship would often stop at the same port, and there he met an Astro Elf a little bit older than himself named Elaine. She said she was a courier aboard her own small Spelljammer, and Saren never really pressed what that meant. He suspected that she may have been a smuggler of some sort. But he would regularly go on little mini adventures with her, and she got him out of his shell and made him experience a bit of danger and excitement that he wouldn't normally have. So he's thankful for those experiences, as he's now definitely experiencing danger.
Adventure?
Sure, in that order.
Alright, why don't we learn about Melioras?
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Melior's Bryn. Mel is a beautifully dangerous drow gloomstalker ranger with snow white hair and steel gray skin. This week's fun fact about Mel. So, when she gets stressed and needs to clear her head, she does this thing. So it kind of starts off similar to yoga, but it's with her scimitars. It starts off slow and then it gradually gets faster and faster and faster and turns more into like a martial art type of exercise. And it's actually called Velvalar, which is Underdark for blade dance. And her father taught her that, and since we've been in the hills, she's been doing that on a more frequent basis because she is constantly stressed.
Alright. And then let's learn about Magda.
Hi, I'm Radiant and I play Magda, who is a UNT for Blood Cleric.
Alright. So, without any further ado, we come to our adventurers in Fort Knucklebone, having assisted Mad Maggie with Lulu's dream quest. And Lulu will be excited here. It seems she knows where the sword is. That's what she said upon coming out of her out of the quest, the dreams here. And as a sort of farewell, since you might be eager to leave, Mad Maggie will offer you a few things. Now, you don't have to take any of these, but it might help you on your journeys. As you would notice, she seems very content after the ritual finishes. You can have either or both of a infernal war machine, what you had seen crawling around, with your choice between a devil's ride, a tormentor, or both.
The Devil's Ride was the motorcycle, right?
Yes. Devil's Ride is a two-wheeled infernal war machine. Handles much like a motorcycle.
That was a one-passenger vehicle.
It is one crew that can drive and steer the Devil's Ride. It does not seem that it has extra capacity, but let me double check something here.
War Manor looks cool too.
I was just seeing if Chupa and Clonk can do anything to add anything onto it. You can... So, no, the only thing that they can add is a weapon to the Tormentor, but, yeah, so, And currently the Devil's Ride is without wheels, but those can be put on. You are in a scrapyard.
Oh, this is like an episode of Pimp My Ride, isn't it? We get to go and like totally pick out the rims we want for our vehicle.
Not quite, but
I thought it was gonna be the beach and shopping episode, Faye.
in hell?
You still gotta shop even when you're in hell, right?
So,
I was waiting to see what the catch was. Like, you can have this vehicle, but it doesn't have any wheels.
not yet. But you did help Chuka and Clonk, so they'll be able to help you out here in putting wheels on. And if you want the weapon reattached to the Tormentor, it's the Harpoon Flinger.
Yeah, I think we definitely want at least the Tormentor,
Okay.
just for capacity
Alright.
reasons.
Yeah, that motorcycle does look pretty sweet.
Yeah, so Tormentor can hold up to 4 medium-sized creatures. And the Devil's Ride has 1 medium creature.
Saren would be happy to go with the Tormentor. I feel like one or more, maybe 2 people are interested in that other one.
We can
I think
take
there's
turns.
definitely interest being generated in that Devil's Ride for sure.
Saren would ask, what makes these things run?
It's Maggie, she explained soul coins, which I can provide 3 to you.
Do I want to know what a soul coin is in itself?
It is what it sounds like. A soul is a coin. Very useful around here, not just as resource, but a form of currency. There are many people out there that want it, particularly the other warlords out here in the wastelands.
There's more of you then.
Oh, yes. I am but one, and the only one that has been able to secure a place quite like Fort Knucklebone. The rest just wander about.
Do you have any particular trouble with any of the other warlords?
No particular trouble, of course, but each are quite nasty on their own. You've got Bitter Breath, Feanor, Princeps Kovic, and Raga Draga.
Seems like since you're the only one with a permanent base of operations, they might want it.
If they want anything from me, they know how to get it.
Forgive me. I mean no offense, but I know I personally didn't expect to run into someone so generous in Avernus. You've already helped us get our companion's memories back. Why are you willing to part so readily with these 2 vehicles on top of the stuff you've already done for us?
Leaving out what you have done for me. You have been kind to those I hold closest to myself. And I don't like being in debt. So, these are perhaps in need of a brief brush up, but Chuka and Clonk will be able to help you. My magpies are quite handy with their tools. Soul coins, of course, to provide you some traveling. You know, good of a host to provide you vehicles and no fuel. And, well, there are other things that I can provide for you. Weapons to fight against, or a weapon to fight against what you will be dealing with. Lycanthropes and devils quite hate silver. And, well, most of these warlords can fall into one or the other. And then rations. And an ally, perhaps, against the foes that you will face.
Mickey?
No, Mickey stays with me. An adventurer travels through the wastelands. He is known as Smiler the Defiler.
Of course he is.
If you come across him, an Eladrin of green skin, just make sure to mention my name. We are old friends, he and I.
Green skin, you say? Okay.
You mentioned a weapon that might help us.
Yes. I've got a collection of silvered weapons. If there is one that any of your group favor, I can provide it for you.
You have the materials where I could just silver my own weapon instead. Quite fond of my greatsword.
Unfortunately, all of these have already been silvered. My magpies picked them up scavenging. They're all in very good condition.
Well, I'm not sure that's anything I need. I can use magic to augment my sword's attacks.
My scimitars are already silvered.
Do you have any silvered hand axes?
I can provide that quite easily. You wait here and I'll be right back. And so as Mad Maggie goes to collect this, Chuka and Quonk, the two Kenku, will come up. Picks up. Need ride? One, both?
Seems like both.
Alright. Seems like we might be having some tech issues here, but I see people again. But I don't know that I hear people again. I'm gonna check something real quick. I just heard a very garbled Brent. Discord, I don't believe you when you say you're all systems operational. Right, so I'm going to pop us to a quick BRB screen while we figure out our tech issues. So, terribly sorry, viewers. We'll be back here as soon as we can. Alrighty, tech issues are fixed, hopefully. Fingers crossed that no more pop up. But as we were leaving off, you've got 2 vehicles, potentially, that are being offered to you, and Chuka and Clonk are offering to fix it up, or at least asking if you would like one or the other to be fixed up. Or both.
Yes, I think we're interested in taking both off your hands.
Alrighty. They'll nod and start scrounging together the parts to fix everything. So,
Preferably with wheels.
can't send you out without wheels, one of them sends. And it sounds like Mad Maggie. So,
How long does a soul coin like power one of these things?
one of them varies.
Between
A few days.
That doesn't sound too bad. I think we can make it work. Saren's gonna go back to Maggie real quick. Maggie, is there any way that if we find anything useful that we might think you could use, that we could signal or mark it in a way that you might be able to recover it?
Best way to get something of interest to me is to either run across my magpies or deliver it yourself.
Ah, okay. Not that we're looking for additional favors or to imbalance our deals here, but, you know, I think we found each other's company to be positive and helpful, working together.
Yes, very much so.
Alright, well, we'll keep that in mind.
So, as you are given the silvered hand axe, Haven, and as the 2 Kenku are able to fix up the vehicles for you. You are able to, if you need, grab some rations for being out. Mad Maggie is willing to provide 2 weeks of rations for each of you, specifically. So, like, each individual can get 2 weeks of rations. If you wish.
I'm good for rations. I think we stocked up somewhere. I think right before we went to the hills.
Right.
I'm taking mine just in case.
I don't think I can carry anymore. I've got 10 days still.
I've got 16.
Okay. So, Haven, you can add an extra 14. No, an extra 20. Weeks here are 10 days. So, as who's riding what when you all set out?
Saren's definitely going to the Tormentor.
And where does Saren sit in the Tormentor?
He's interested in driving this thing.
Okay. So Saren at the helm.
Yeah, what are the other seating options on the Tormentor? I definitely defer to Saren driving it because we know he's got some space driving experience. Theoretically.
Familiarity, yeah.
So you've got the harpoon flinger, which a crew can sit in.
Yeah, let's sit there, Magda. We'll figure this thing out. Haven will start investigating the weapon of war in
Yeah.
case it needs to be used.
So, only one person can sit with the harpoon flinger. There is area for other people to be in, but it's one person in the helm, one person in the harpoon flinger, and then the rest would be just passengers.
Does it look like there's room to add additional weaponry?
Not really, as it does have, so it has sights, that are on it, these protruding blades, that are, you can see in the artwork, to the front and back. And then the wheels themselves, are heavy, and built for crushing.
Jeez, okay, cool.
There's a reason why it's called the Tormentor.
Fair.
Oh, well, if everyone went to the Tormentor, I guess Mel will bestride the Devil's Ride. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but there we go.
Alright, so Mel takes the Devil's Ride. Then it is going to be with Lulu sort of fluttering and leading the way, or can be on anyone's shoulder, maybe in the Tormentor as its covered vehicle, guiding you all. You leave. So you are about
Are they
maybe
are they currently fueled?
no. You will need to use a soul coin for each of them.
It looks like if we add it, the vehicle as an extra, we have a fuel management option in hours. How many hours of fuel do we
So-
think, or do we even know?
With the where were they?
Where are you
So-
at in the vehicle, Brent?
Under extras?
Oh.
So, a soul coin, will... I literally just looked at this earlier. Alright, soul fuel. Alright, so soul coin, it's hours, but it's days, because one charge is going to be 24 hours, two charges 48 hours, three charges 72 hours. So it's days, but it's measured in hours, because you don't really have days in Avernus. There's no sun or moon.
Okay, so I can add 24 hours of fuel remaining.
Well, it depends on how many, charges the soul coin has.
Oh.
So, yes. Those charges are per soul coin. So, you have 3 soul coins that were given to you from Mad Maggie. And they will all start with 3 charges. Having a soul coin and utilizing it as fuel will consume all charges and the coin, destroying it in the process. So you cannot utilize the charges that you can use otherwise. But soul coins can drain life. You can ask questions to a soul, or you can free them, or pass them off as currency, or use them as fuel. There's things you can do with soul coins.
Well, I guess Saren will take the one to power it, and then he can hold the extra one.
Okay.
Yeah. Mel will use one in the Devil's Rights. That's 72 hours?
So you both are running on 72 hours. And when you set out with these soul coin fueled infernal war machines, you get maybe a half a mile or so before you would see a plume of red dust billows in the distance.
Uh-oh.
And you would see that it is... Oh, that's too soon. You would see that it is created by this large infernal war machine that is barreling in your direction. You would notice that the crew here is consisted of boar-headed and rat-headed humanoids, all wearing goggles.
We should
Haven,
ask
like-
Maggie for some goggles.
Oh.
So,
Haven like bangs on the machine. We've got incoming, Saren. You see them out there?
Yep, I see him.
alright. So, since you are all either in a war machine or on a war machine, you would be able to try and move here. You can tell that this vehicle, this gore-spattered demon grinding, it has gnashing metal teeth and a wrecking ball that swings behind it, is moving to intercept you all. It is not trying to be stealthy at all with its presence. So, do you try and fight? Do you try and outmaneuver? Do you try and run?
How many? Can we tell how many creatures it looks like are on this machine that's coming in?
Let me just take a look here at the design. Yeah, I'd say that it's an open enough it's an open enough design that you'd be able to tell there's 5 part of the group here.
Seems like even odds.
I think we should see what these things can do.
You're driving.
Okay, Saren will put it into gear and start rolling towards it.
Alright. Then, as you move to face this thing head on, now we get the epic battle music. Alright. So,
I'm training the flinger on this thing. If it seems like hostile, I'm firing.
Oh yeah, in Avernus, everything is hostile.
All right. Then when it gets to range, I'm firing.
Well, we're going to be rolling initiatives. This is a battle like any other.
Is it the machine's dexterity?
So it would be, let me actually read about that, because there's, combat for the rules, Alright, so, no, it is still your initiative, and as it doesn't take actions of its own, and relies on the crew to occupy the stations and use their actions to operate the various functions. Alright, so... let me pull this up. And... we've got... Haven, where is your initiative? It didn't come through.
Oh, I didn't roll it. I was getting excited. 21.
Alrighty, so we've got Haven going first, then our Wereboars, with Draga leading them, then our Wererats, also underneath Draga, and then Mel, Magda, and Saren. So, Haven, as we are moving towards each other, as they're trying to intercept you, and Saren has driven your tormentor in their direction, you are well within 120 feet if you want to try and hit them.
Oh, hell yeah, I have 120-foot range. I'm firing as best I can, as far away as I can. Do I get multi-attack? Probably not.
No, it's just the one action to utilize the blocks there.
Ooh, that's a 9. I was going toward their vehicle.
9, unfortunately, does not hit the Demon Grinder's AC.
Still getting used to this thing.
So... and with that, it is our Wereboars. And the Demon Grinder is going to just continue rumbling towards and is going to try and hit the Tormentor with the Chomper, those teeth up at the front.
How far away was it?
It's got a speed of about 100, so
Okay.
these things are, like, and you guys were rushing towards each other, so I would say that 100 speed would get you to each other. However, that is going to be a natural 20 on the teeth to hit the Tormentor.
I suppose so.
Meaning that will be 45 points of piercing damage towards the Tormentor. And
That's a lot.
yeah, but your Tormentor is still up. But ooh, we've got thresholds. This is so fun. Sorry. What is our damage threshold?
These things can get exhausted.
Yeah, they're actually considered, creatures, I believe. Damage threshold. There it is. Okay, so damage threshold means that unless it takes damage that is equal to or greater than the damage threshold, it does not take damage. And then the mishap threshold is that if it takes damage from a single course. Oh, okay. So, why don't we have our whoever's at the helm roll for our mishaps?
Okay.
So, because you took 45 points and the threshold is 20, we do have a mishap happen. Potentially. So, Saren, roll for me a d20, please.
That's an at 1.
The engine flares, fires erupt out of it and engulf the vehicle. And you're gonna have to deal with that until the mishap ends or is repaired. And that is going to be that one. But Raga Draga, who is atop the vehicle, is going to jump over and try and hit Haven, who you sit at the harpoon flinger at the top. Raga Draga is going to just sort of slam down with his maul. The first one is a 14.
That misses.
And then the second is a 20.
I have a question.
Yes.
My flinger gives me half cover. What does half cover give me?
It's a bonus to your AC, and I believe half cover is a +2 bonus, but let me double check.
Yeah, I thought it might be 2. It sounded familiar.
I love learning new mechanics, guys. I really do. Yes, half cover is a +2 bonus to AC and dexterity saving throws. So
That meets my AC then.
and then that is still going to do damage then. As the maul strikes against you, pushing you further back into your seat here for 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And you know what? He'll risk the opportunity attack to leap back onto his own war machine. Haven, if you want to try and take a opportunity attack here.
Sure. I'll draw the magic mace from my belt and attack him with it.
Yeah, go for it.
15 to hit.
A 15, I do believe hits. Let me just double check. Yeah, that'll hit.
9 magical bludgeoning damage. And since it's a mace, he is sapped, so he has disadvantage on his next attack before the start of my next turn, which probably won't matter.
Okay. Oh, I should have probably seen what... No, that's fine. We don't have those mechanics yet anyway. It'll be our were-rats go after them. And... Where is my... Demon Grinder at? There it is. Okay. The were-rats are at the harpoon flingers, and they're gonna take their shots at Mel, who is on her own. So, Mel, the first harpoon coming at you is a 21 to hit.
Is this at my person or at my vehicle?
So, it's going for the vehicle.
Okay, if it's going for the vehicle, then that misses. The vehicle's AC is 23 while it's moving.
Alright, then we're gonna get another shot, and that's another miss. Alright, and then Melioris, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm trying to picture this. Have the other two vehicles that I'm not on, have they like collided?
Yeah, so the Demon Grinder went head on towards the Tormentor and then opened the jaws to chomp down on it. So it wasn't like a full crash, but it was like a directed attack.
Okay, I don't think I can do any attacks while I'm on this thing, because this thing is built for movement and stunts.
That is...
And I don't think I can like take bow shots while I'm astride it, because I need to be operating it. So
I would
I'm just trying
say, for the purposes of a quick attack, because turns are 6 seconds, I'd say you could take a single attack with a bow before having to steer it.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Maybe, possibly, maybe this is stupid, I don't know, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna get to within 60 feet of it, and then I'm just gonna drop a fairy fire on top of the opponent's vehicle and the boar and rat.
Yeah, that is something that can be done.
Fairy fire.
Alrighty, the Demon Grinder fails.
Yeah, 14 is the DC.
Yeah, no, that was a 9. But how does Raga Draga and the others? Raga Draga is glowing. The Werebore, one of them is glowing, the other gets a natural 20. And then the Were-Rats. Also fail. So only one of the boars, and I'm gonna say it's the guy at the end on the with the crusher, the wrecking ball. That's the word. Is the one that succeeds. Everyone else is all lit up.
Okay. Are they still like moving, or are they kind of rolling to a stop because they're engaged?
I would say that the wheels are still rolling, and they're now just kind of, it's a push against the two, what's it called? War machines. So, like,
Okay.
stalemate.
Alright, so as I'm kind of, I want to do something with this Devil's Ride. So I would like to do that was my action, so I would like to do a stun, which uses 10 feet of my movement. And I want to basically just, like, turn it, like, 360 and drift to kind of be, like, level with them, so that I can set something up for next time.
Alright, for sure.
So I must have at least moved 10 feet in a straight line before I can do this. Straight line, not a street line.
Uh-huh.
And then I need to make a DC 10 dex check using the bike's dexterity in order for it to be a success.
Yep, so you got a +4.
So got a +4. Let's see what happens. That's a 19.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm kind of driving the same direction as the opponents, kind of like level with them.
All right, beautiful. And as that sets up, we will be continuing with our combat here after our upcoming ad break. So please hang out with us. We'll be right back. But before we head out, I do ask that you just let the ads run. They do support us. Another great way of supporting us is donations to my Ko-fi. Link for that on screen and in our chat room. This helps keep our games affordable. But yeah, we'll see you guys here very soon to continue along with our story. All right, we're back in action, and as we are returning, it is Magda, your turn, and because the Tormentor is on fire, you'll be taking 8 points of fire damage at the start of your turn.
Oh, hey. Out of curiosity, wait, quick question before I do anything. After we did the ritual, did we rest?
I don't believe you did.
Could you be nice and said, hey, you took a short rest?
Nope. We're already here.
8 points of fire damage?
8 points of fire damage.
Okay, that, so right now, the things I don't have anything immediate that I can hit with my weapon, right?
Not within melee,
It's gotta
no.
be, okay, all spells. If I wanted to take the fire out, is there something I can do with an action?
The fire persists until the mishap ends.
Okay,
To
fantastic.
end a mishap, you
Yep,
have
yep.
to repair it, which
Yeah.
means you cannot be operating the vehicle's
Yeah.
helm or one of its weapons to make the repairs.
Okay.
You have to
Do I
be...
need...
It's 3 things. You have to be within reach of the damage area that's in need of repairs, and you have to have the right tools or the job, such as
Right.
smith's tools or tinkering tools.
Okay. I would like to... Okay, if I was to fire... I mean, we don't know if they're resistant to fire either. Right? Okay. The that are named. Can I try to hit one of them with a guiding bolt?
I mean, technically they're all named, but I've only given one name out.
Razzle dazzle.
Raga Draga. But yes.
Raga Draga. Right. Okay. Well, first of all, are there any of them that is on my companion?
Nope. The only one that was on your companion was Raga Draga, who left because, you know,
okay.
your tormentor's
Can I-
on fire.
See Raga Draga, and is he within 120 feet?
Yes and yes.
Okay. I would like to try to go ahead and hit him with my guiding bolt at level 1.
Okay.
That is natural 20.
Oh,
That will hit. You did technically have advantage because he was one of the ones that were,
Yeah, that's fine. That's 24 plus 16 makes that 40 radiant damage. And it's glowing.
which
And
it was already
as a-
because of Fairy
Multicolor.
Fire.
Yeah, okay. I would like to use my bonus action to say, we're on fire, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Saren, at the start of your turn, because it's on fire, you're gonna take 7 points of fire damage.
Saren, acknowledging that we are on fire, is gonna shout out, "Everybody get off!" All 5 of the were creatures are on the other vehicle, right?
Correct.
How tangled up are the 2 vehicles? Like, theirs is still like
Yeah,
rolling into ours, right?
very much so. And if you leave the helm and are no longer, it's going to, like, even further barrel against it as you're no longer steering this thing.
Well, we're in its teeth
Yeah, you are. But you
and
can...
on fire.
Yeah. Fine. You
Are
know?
we restrained?
No.
Okay, we're gonna keep the shout to everybody get off.
Okay.
And I can see out from the helm, right?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to use my little bonus action teleport to teleport out of the helm,
Okay.
but I want to not be in the path of their vehicle. I want to be off to the side,
Bless you. Yeah, you can do that.
as such to not get run over.
Okay. Sounds good.
I would then like to use my Sorceress Burst to target the Raga Draga creature that is glowing.
Alright, you've got advantage.
A 16.
16 will hit Raga Draga.
Okay, that's it. I rolled an 8, so I get to roll one more.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna make it, we'll make it cold damage, so I get to roll one more d8. Three more, so 15 cold damage.
Beautiful.
And for my movement, I'll just move 30 feet back away from this thing.
Okay. Alright. And we'll come to Haven's turn. Haven, at the start of your turn, 9 points of fire damage.
I am resistant to fire, so I'll take 4.
Oh, yeah.
Where did Saren go? Is he on the other vehicle? Or
No, he's on the ground.
Like 60 feet away.
Yeah, at like an angled.
Yeah, now an angle from you.
Can I just, if you use movement, can you just like get off of the vehicle, or do you have to do this fancy teleporty stuff?
No, you could use movement to get off of it.
Okay.
I would say for you to get off of where you stand, because the Tormentor is huge. You're sitting right up there. Be about 10 feet to get down.
Oh, that's child's play. Haven's going to put his hands down on the lip of the crow's nest or whatever that this harpoon launcher's on, and like push himself up so he's on top of the vehicle. He's gonna use his bonus action to enter rage, grow to be 9.5 feet tall, and engulf himself and fire himself. So he's matching the Tormentor, and everything's literally on fire, including his weapon. And how far away are they on that other vehicle then? Throwing range is like 20 feet.
Are you next to the Tormentor? Or
I mean, I'm on top of the Tormentor at this point.
Then yeah, like they're like the vehicles within like 5 feet of each other, and they're like all like the ones that are be worried about are like not even terribly far, so well within throwing range.
I want to throw my greatsword
Okay.
at Raga Draga, trying to literally cut his head off from range.
Okay. You do have advantage because of the fairy fire.
Gotta find the right buttons. Does a 23 hit Raga Draga?
It does.
I know it does. Then that is 9 fire damage and 11 fire damage because it was thrown. And then there's also extra damage from the elemental cleaver. It's an extra 5 fire damage. So 16 on the first attack. Is Raga Draga still up?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then the elemental cleaver returns to my hand magically, and I'm gonna throw it again.
Yeah, go for it.
With a 16 to hit,
16 will hit Raga Draga.
which is another 12 fire, and the extra one, so 13 fire damage.
Okay.
And then I will use my movement, which I have 60 feet of because I entered rage this turn, to vault off and sprint off of this flaming vehicle and get to kind of between Saren and the rest of them.
Okay.
Because I think he's like 60 feet away. And it took me 10 feet to get down.
Alright. It is going to be then the
Oh, my damages were wrong. I didn't enter rage. I should have had 4 extra damage on all of that. Didn't put the bonuses on my character sheet.
Alright, I just add an extra 4 there. As it is the werewolf's turn, the one in the back that was not caught by the fairy fire is going to utilize the wrecking ball to try and strike into you, Meliors. it's gonna try and tip your Devil's Ride onto its side. But I do believe that a 13 misses.
It absolutely misses.
And then the other ones, Raga Draga takes his maul and will point it towards Saren and command for an attack against Saren. And the were-rats are going to go, and they're going to turn their harpoon flingers towards Saren. Does a 9 hit Saren?
No.
How about a 13?
No.
Alright, good. And then Meliodas, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm level with this other thing. I guess how far away from them am I horizontally?
How close do you want to be?
Just trying to figure out if there's a way for me to get onto their vehicle.
I mean, perhaps.
So, yeah. How much movement do I have with this thing? 120 feet. Can I? Okay, I'm trying to think of how to describe this. Can I veer away from them? Use 10 feet of movement to do a stunt to turn around to be coming right at them, like perpendicular, and then use the jump feature to jump it over them and try and like slice at them on my way by.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, well let's, I guess, do the stunt roll to see if I can get turned around in the right direction. So that's gonna be a 20. Oops, out of here. It's an 18.
Yeah.
So I'm facing the right direction, and now I gotta see. There's a feature called jump. If
Yeah.
the Devil's Ride moves at least 30 feet in a straight line, it can clear a distance of up to 60 feet when jumping over something. I'd like to jump over them and then on my way by have like both scimitars out leaned over the side and just try and like slash at whatever I can as I sail over top of them.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Alright, I'm aiming for the rats if I can because they were shooting at me and I don't like that. And
Yeah.
they're silvered scimitars. So let's see. Well, that's a natural one.
Still getting
That's
used to the Devil's
unfortunate.
Ride.
But I'm assuming. How does this work? Like, do I have time for 2 attacks?
I'd say so, yeah.
Didn't you have advantage from
okay,
Fairy Fire?
I did. Thank
do,
you. I
yeah.
should remember the things I do. That's another natural
Oh,
one. So my first attack misses. So let's try this again. Second attack. That will be a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You know what? This is such a badass move. I'm gonna turn it into a dreadful strike.
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna be 9 points of slashing from the silvered scimitar, and then 6 points of psychic.
Alrighty.
And if I can make an offhand attack, then I would like to do that as well. I'm moving pretty fast though, so I
I'm
don't know that I'd have time to do that.
just... No, I'd say you can. I was just looking to see the mechanics of the Devil's Ride, if anything else in there said you couldn't.
Alright, let's try this again. That's a 24 to hit. Or another 6 points of slashing.
Alright. And with that, Mel, your ride clears over top, hits the ground, wheels continuing to spin, carrying you over. Anything else?
I think that was a pretty action-packed turn, so no.
Alright, Magda, at the start of your turn, the area is still on fire. That's 13 points of fire damage. Oh no, do we end up having an AFK Magda?
No, you have muted Magda. Unfortunately, Magda needs to heal herself.
No!
Yeah, no, seriously, and I am almost out of spell slots. I should have. Okay, this is gonna be great, Faye. You're gonna kill me. Okay, that is 11 HP back. That is it told me to get off the thing, right?
Yeah, you heard
Yes.
you.
I need to get off the thing.
Alright, easily done.
Run towards my friends.
I mean, you can make a run for it, but you've got only, what, 30 feet of movement?
Yeah.
Alright, so you can only move 30 feet towards either Haven or Saren, because I believe they moved in two
I
different
need to go
directions.
towards Saren, please.
Okay.
Oh, I was trying to put Haven between the Saren and the other vehicle.
Oh, okay, so you move towards...
It's like the same
Alright.
direction, yeah. I'm
Okay.
probably like 15 feet in front of him because I think
Yeah.
you got 60 and I could only go like 50.
Okay, so yeah, then you can go towards the two, aiming more directly at Saren. And with that, I believe that'll be it for Magda's turn, yeah?
Yes.
Saren?
So, I imagine I see Magda stumbling towards me, kind of on fire and such. Not looking too great, is that about right?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
Then I would like to... And is she 30 feet from me now then?
Yeah.
I would like to use a sorcery point for distance spell. And I will use a cure wound at range. Let's do third level. So Magda heals 29.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna use the bonus action to use Shield of Faith without a spell slot. Magic Initiate on myself.
Alright, sounds good.
And yeah, I don't like getting shot at.
Oh, don't piss off warlords.
That's not unfair, but we didn't start this.
I agree with Saren.
It is Haven, your turn.
So I'm probably about, I don't know, am I 50 feet away from the other vehicle then at this point since I ran off? Oh no, and I couldn't make it 50. No, my movement was 60 last time, that's right.
I'd say no, you're closer to, because you were moving to get in between.
Yes.
And this is a gargantuan-sized vehicle. I'd say you're closer to maybe about 30 feet away from it.
Okay. So my thrown range of my thrown weapons is 20 feet, so Haven will step forward 10 feet and I guess whoever's closest. Ideally Raga Draga, but if he's not closest, I'm just gonna start aiming for the nearest.
I mean,
person
Raga
on it.
Draga's like standing on the top, Captain Morgan style. So, like, if
Of
you want to
course
try
he
and
is.
hit him, go for it.
Yeah, and I guess last time I went for like trying to chop his head off because I was kind of at his level standing on top of Arthur. Now I'm trying to take that knee out because he's Captain Morganing with it. So we're gonna show him
Yeah,
What-
go for it.
what happens when you try and show off. And
You-
he's still glowing with fairy
Yeah.
fire?
Yeah, still glowing.
Alright, first attack is an 18 to hit. He's gonna take, that's pretty good, it's 15. Where's my other die? You're gonna take 18 fire damage.
Okay.
And then that blade will return to my hand, and we're gonna try and chop that leg off again. That's a natural 20. This isn't gonna be good for him. That's low damage. 3 plus 12, 15, 16, 17, 23. Plus 10, 33. We will also do a fire giant strike on that.
Why not, right?
Why not? I've already lost my math. What did I say? 23?
Yeah, and then 10.
And then with an extra 19 fire damage on top of that.
Cool. So, would you like to paint the picture here as you cause Raga Draga to fall?
Yeah, Haven hurls his fiery greatsword at him once and does some damage, and then steals himself, like sets his feet in the ground and just chucks it overhand with both hands right at that knee. And while it's flying with fire, it ignites into like almost even more of a fireball as he uses his fire giant strength to just completely create a massive fire attack from this sword going at Raga Draga. And it explodes on his knee and destroys it, along with Raga Draga.
Okay. So, as Raga Draga is going to fall, that means no one is driving the demon grinder at this moment.
We could commandeer it.
Well, you still have the rest of the crew to worry about first. But the figure at the chomper is going to sort of dismount the chomper station and move to get to the driver's station, but that's going to be it for his turn. And the other one has no one in range. Our were-rats are going to turn the harpoon flingers towards Haven and take 2 shots at Haven. With a 19 to hit,
Yeah.
that will deal 10 points of piercing damage.
Halved because I'm raging.
Alright, and then the second one is a 16 to try and hit.
That does not hit. I roll out of the way.
Alright, and then it is Mel, your turn.
Okay, so is it just the main warlord that died? Has any
Yes.
other bad guys died?
No.
So there's how many of each are still on there?
2 were-rats, 1 heavily wounded from where you had struck it, and then 2 wereboars.
Okay.
Someone had, I don't know, a fireball. I might be able to help here.
Yeah, I don't know. Fresh out of those.
Yeah.
But I'll get this bad boy turned around, and I'll just Try and do a slice and dice as I leap over top of the
Try and hit it.
opponent's
Get the second side.
machine again. Yeah. Try and get that were-rat up to be a was-rat.
What about a howl rat?
No one ever asked how we're at. I'm assuming if I'm just using regular movement to turn around and I'm not trying to do a cool drift that I don't have to roll for a stunt.
Correct.
Okay. So I got a 24 to hit the
Yep.
were-rat. That'll be 6 points from my silver scimitar.
Beautiful.
Is he still standing?
Because of the... So, like, are you trying to hit them as they come? Or are you disregarding the one closest to you to hit the one that's... Because of the way that you had struck them, you hit the one closest to you on the other side. And so now from where you're at now, he's on the furthest side from you.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'm just attacking whatever is closest to me as I jump over it.
Okay, so...
So both were-rats had fairy fire.
Yeah, the only one that didn't have the
Right.
fairy fire is the guy that's on the back. And he's a wereboar.
Okay. Alright. I hit it again for another 6 points, and I'll make it a dreadful strike
Yeah, go for it.
for 7 more points of psychic on top of that.
Okay,
And then I'll do my offhand
go for it.
attack. But I missed with my offhand.
Let me actually double check. Unfortunately, yeah, that is a miss. But now they're
Yeah.
both heavily wounded. As
Alright.
Mel's turn comes to an end again, reaching the other side. As Magda, we come to your turn.
You're muted if you're talking.
Okay, how far is something that I can fireball?
From where you're at?
Uh-huh. Is
Maybe-
it like definitely out of reach?
No, it's definitely within reach.
Can I cast it while I don't hurt any of my players?
Yeah, no one's in melee.
Okay, I would like to go ahead and do that, please.
Alright.
That's up 21.
Alright, the only people who have any sort of chance of succeeding here are the were-rats, which even half damage is not going to save their ass. That's a 3 for were-rat,
Mm-hmm.
and a 6! So everybody fails.
Great, 35 points of fire damage.
2 were-rats are dead, and 2 were-boars are looking in rough condition.
Okay, end the turn.
What
And Saren.
did you say about the driver?
Raga Draga was driving, acting as the
Yeah,
helmsman.
someone else jumped in the driver's seat. Did he die from the fireball?
No, that's a wereboar. So the wereboars are looking rough, but they're still up.
Okay. I would like to. Is the wereboar driving still affected by the fairy fire?
Yes.
I like that. I would like to use a level 2 guiding bolt on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Why are you laughing?
Because if this goes well,
It's a 12.
the 12 is gonna hit a wereboar.
That's 15 radiant damage.
He's still up.
Okay. I would, and they're still like 30 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Or 60 feet, because I moved back, right? Okay. So I would like, if I were to move up 30 feet, would I be then 30 feet from the driver's seat?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Are you
teleporting.
gonna try to take their
God.
thingy?
I'm teleporting in, and I want to be where the driver is.
Yeah, you could be right next to him. For sure.
Surprise. Okay.
He just squeals.
That's the end of my turn.
Haven, it's your turn.
There's still 2 boars left.
Yeah, there's the one that, Saren's right next to and the one at the back.
The one at the back is the one that's
Not
not
very
affected by fire.
Yeah.
But we can remedy that.
Are you gonna go reckless?
Of course I'm going to go reckless.
Okay, hell yeah.
After dropping Raga Draga, Haven shifts his attention to the one in the back because the were-rats that were firing those harpoons at him got nuked by a fireball. So yeah, Haven's gonna recklessly start throwing his great sword at the one on the back. Which is still a flaming fire sword. Pretty sure a 26 has got a hit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
15 fire damage, and another 6 fire damage on the first one. And if he's still up, even if he's not still up, then we're sending that blade right back at him, spinning the other direction for an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
That's a terrible roll for another 11 fire damage, and then we get the cleaver damage. That's another 5, so 16 on that total.
That one's hanging in by a thread. Looking real rough.
Don't know if there's anything else fun I can do to do any last little bit of damage. You know, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna use my face step to also board this vehicle.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do it right behind the one that I was just throwing the greatsword at.
Okay.
And I needed to make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw.
That will be a 16.
Okay, it's fine then.
Alright. And that means it is going to be our wereboar's turn. And while they may have been concerned about getting away, now they're concerned about making sure the people that are on their demon grinder get off the demon grinder. So we're gonna get a punch to Haven first.
That's with advantage too.
Yep. For 17 to hit.
That just misses.
And then he's going to try and hit you with its tusks.
I thought you were gonna say his tongue.
Oh. But also misses with a 15. And the wereboar inside is going to try and grab Saren with a grapple. So if Saren, you can make for me a dexterity or strength saving throw, your choice.
That's a 7.
Let me just double check the dexterity. Alright, DC is 8, strength modifier, proficiency. That should be enough. Yeah, so you are not grappled, but then he is going to try and get you with his tusks. And misses with a 10, so don't worry, you're fine. As Mel, it is your turn. Almost everything is dead. The only two that aren't are the ones at the back, with Haven, and the one in the driver helm with Saren.
Okay, is there the enemy vehicle like completely stopped now, or are they still moving?
I would say that it is not being driven, so no, it's not moving.
Alright. Can I, where is Magda? Is she on the ground somewhere?
She's on the ground, yeah.
If I brought the Devil's Ride over towards Magda and stopped it, would I have enough movement to run onto the enemy vehicle?
Not right next to Magda, because it would be 5 feet to
Okay.
dismount.
I don't want to put it like right next to the enemy vehicle, but I'll put it close enough
Yeah.
that I can run and climb aboard the enemy vehicle.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, was that just my movement?
Yeah, I'd say it's your movement.
Okay, then I will see if I can. Is it just where boars now? Are the rats all dead?
Just werewolves. The closest one would probably be, if you are coming from Magda's direction, the one in the helm with Saren.
Is that one the one that's not glowing?
No, that one does glow.
Oh, that one does glow. I will attack him then. That's a 25 to hit. Doing 9 points of slashing.
Alright,
And I'll attack him again
go for it.
for another 25 to hit. I keep rolling 19. That's nice. For another 8 points.
Alright.
And I will offhand attack.
Go for it.
Does a 13 hit?
13 will hit.
Cool. For another 9 points.
He is barely hanging in here. And Magda, it'll be your turn.
Okay. What can I hit?
You could try and hit the actual vehicle. That's
Can
a
I try to-
targetable thing.
I would like to try to go ahead and hit an actual vehicle if that's okay.
Yeah, for
Three of
sure.
us are on it.
Huh? You guys are on it?
Three
Yeah.
of us are on it.
Okay, that's not a great thing, Faye.
I'm just
Faye's
telling
beating
you.
you.
I'm just telling you what you can do. You don't have to do it.
Can I get... Okay. Did Mel leave me the bike for me to watch it?
Yeah, I just didn't want one of the enemies jumping off their vehicle and running over to the motorcycle and taking off on
Okay.
it.
Okay,
So-
great. Okay, now, you guys from me, you guys are moving, or is the vehicle stationary?
At the moment, the vehicle's stationed. It's like idling. Like, these things don't have an off button.
Okay. Can I not have... What is going on? How do I not have a ranged weapon? Okay. There's one or two left. The bad guys.
There are two.
Two. Can I try to hit one of them with a guiding bolt?
Yeah. The
Okay.
one would be in the between Saren and Mel that you have visual on.
Okay. Do I have an advantage on that?
Yes, you would. And I forget to apply the cover that they've been having because of being in there from the outside. So you have advantage, but they also have a higher AC from their cover.
Damn it, Faye. Can you forget that again?
No, because I just remembered it.
Okay, 22.
22 will still hit even with their cover.
That is fantastic, Faye. That is 18 points of radiant damage.
Cool. That's a dead guy.
I'm just gonna watch the bike.
Right. And Saren, it'll be your turn.
Which one did Magda kill? The one in the back or the driver?
The driver.
I'm gonna climb into the driver's seat
Okay.
and just kind of, can I see the one in the back?
I'm going to say you cannot from this area at this angle.
Alright, that's fine. I just kind of want to, like, back this thing up and disengage it from the tormentor.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Cool. That's yeah. Would you say that was a action?
I'd say that's movement to do all of that. Well, yeah, no, action stations is the helm to drive and steer it. So yeah, except
Okay, that's cool. Well, we'll just make that the turn. That's cool.
yeah.
We're in control.
You're in control. Haven, the the demon grinder is moving.
Slowly.
Yeah,
It's
carefully.
like getting up to speed again. And I'm face to face with the 4, right?
Yeah, the final one.
Alright, I've gotta first try and shove it off. Well, just gonna shove it away from me.
Okay.
I'm gonna flavor it as like I'm trying to kick it, like maybe even off the edge if it goes that way. That's a DC 15 strength or dex save for it.
He's definitely going for strength, and that is a 17. He takes the foot and just snorts at you.
And then I'm gonna. I really was hoping that would, but it didn't. So I'll just follow through and use my second attack because that was just one attack.
Yeah.
It's swing the greatsword right at its shoulders, trying to just cut those arms that are holding my foot off.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus.
I don't get advantage probably. Unless, can I still claim reckless?
I'm going to say no. It's on the first attack.
First attack roll, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's what it, but that's fine. And he's not fairy fired, huh?
No.
Is it 15 hit?
15 will hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Werewolves don't really believe in armor.
That is 14 fire damage.
That is an arm cut off, and this guy bleeding out profusely. And he's dead.
Just take the foot that he's still hanging on to and just like kick the limp body away, making it fall off the vehicle.
Okay. So,
Get in, losers!
you no longer are bound by initiative. Combat ends. And you can take control of the demon grinder if you want.
It's significantly larger, right?
Yes, this is a gargantuan sized vehicle rather than the huge size that the Tormentor is.
It had double harpoon flingers, right?
It has 2 harpoon flingers. It has the wrecking ball in the back. It's got the chompers, the helm, and a capacity for 8 passengers included with the crew.
Wow.
Well, not separate, like 5 crew because it's helm, 2 flingers, and then 3 passengers.
Okay, can I turn this thing off?
No, there's no off button on infernal vehicles. You can just
Okay.
stop them from moving.
I will park it.
Yeah.
I will put it into park.
Yep.
And all right, let's see what these guys had. And I'm looting.
It is a very good idea to loot in the hells.
Including the soul coin?
That's what I'm looking for.
Goggles.
The
The goggle.
Do they have any goggles?
yes,
Take them from their dead heads.
the only ones that have, I think all of them have goggles actually. Yeah, they're all wearing goggles, so you can take a goggle from anyone. Most of the others don't really have much on them. However, Raga Draga will have 3 soul coins and a circlet. That seems pretty magical.
Okay. In reading the description of the soul coin, it looks like I cannot carry more than what my constitution modifier is.
Without a penalty.
Well, I don't want that.
I mean, penalties could be fun.
Disagree.
I have +3.
I will take one, and then whoever else wants to hold the other 2,
You want me to hold it?
if you would like.
Yeah.
who's carrying the extra one that we didn't use for Maggie?
I had that one also.
So each of you have 2 right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
You guys think that Maggie
Hey.
would like to see Raga Draga dead? We're not that far away. We could take his charred dead body back to her.
And I think we might also need to rest
Yes, please.
before we head
Are
out.
we able to are we able to tow the remains of the tormentor back in case
I'd say utilizing the
can-
chompers, you could just push it back. I don't think a tow is actually something you can do it, but you can get it back.
It's still on fire.
Yeah.
our Kenku friend can like rehabilitate it for the next set of adventures that come through and are nice to her.
Yeah.
And
Minion.
get Swiss tool as an exchange.
Yeah, I need to
Okay.
find some smith's tools apparently.
Question, guys. Does any of you know prestidigitation? And Mel like holds up the goggles. It's like, I'm not putting these on my face in the state that they're in.
Nope.
I do not.
Okay, well I know what I'm doing before resting today.
Let me see if there's a. Oh. They don't give me what I need to know.
What do you need to know, Faye? Maybe I can answer for you.
I just wanted to know the standard travel
I was
time.
kidding.
I can find the answer.
No, I was totally kidding.
No.
Oh, was Raga Draga wearing goggles too?
Yes.
I'm taking his, and I'm wearing him as a trophy since I took him down. Now anyone who runs across us will know that we killed him.
They're not specialty goggles, but
Haven knows.
That's right.
How much damage did the demon grinder take from the fireball?
none.
Cool.
Infernal war machines are immune to fire damage.
Good to know.
Oh, that is very good to know.
And for just some bookkeeping, does it also have crappy armor, or is it as listed?
No, this one's as listed.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's scoop up our burning tormentor in the mouth and limp back to Maggie, the half mile.
Alright, okay, so this is what I needed. Alright, so yeah, you're able to make it back to what's it called?
Fort Knucklebone.
Fort Knucklebone. That's not what I wanted either, but it works. Okay. So, reaching back to Fort Knucklebone, Maggie is surprised to see you there. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. Though it seems that you've got a bit of an upgrade. And a problem.
Yeah, it turns out we should have taken a rest.
Yeah, also this thing's on fire, but I think you could probably have it back.
I think that
It's
it will make for good scrap at this point. And she'll call for her magpies, and Chuka and Clonk will look at this like, are you kidding me? But they'll start working, they'll get you to put it towards their section of the junkyard and start working on it.
Haven's gonna drag Raga Draga's body out from wherever it was inside of the vehicle and just throw it on the ground near Maggie's feet and say, "Does this one look familiar to you?"
It is Raga Draga, of course.
Was Raga Draga.
I'm sure that as a warlord, he has got connections. He may not stay as you have dealt the blow to him, but I am familiar with him.
He comes back, I'll kill him again. And again. And again.
You were made for the hells, it seems.
Another minor bookkeeping piece. How much fuel is remaining on the demon grinder in hours?
I'd say at this point, you've got 6 hours left.
Alright, that's probably fine. We'll just let it sit and idle while we
Yeah,
rest, probably.
you'll need a hop off in the morning.
No problem. Maggie, we also found this thing. Saren's going to present the circlet. Do you know what it might be? Seems magical.
As she looks at it, she'll... There's a glimmer in her eyes, and... Ooh. This is a fine bit of magic, and... It would allow someone to wield fire at a great distance.
I'll turn back around to the group. Is this something that anyone's interested in, or maybe we could use it for trade?
Above table. What the heck is she talking about?
What is it?
Above table, this is a circlet of blasting. Your characters would not know until they either cast Identify or spend an hour to look it over. So, Mad Maggie has simply just said it would allow someone to command fire at a great distance. Do with that information what your characters will.
Yeah, I need to understand what that would mean.
But as you guys can think that over, we do have our next ad break coming up here. So, we will be back to continue with conversations with Mad Maggie, rests to be had, and a anxious Lulu who wants to get to the sword. But all in due time. Please let the ads run. They do support us here at Will Witch RP. Another great way to directly support us is donations to my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen and in our chat room. Not only do these donations really support us and keep our games affordable, but they also unlock awesome perks for all of our community. They include special companions, double treasure, new quests, all lasting until, or not until, through the month. So, hang out, support us how you can, and we'll see you guys very soon. Alrighty, we are back in action, and as we are returning, it seems that Nope, okay, my links are still good. There they are. You guys have made it back to old Fort Knucklebone. You've got Chuka and Clonk having to do some repairs to the Tormentor that got obliterated by your new demon grinder. They're getting that broken down for some scraps that could be utilized around the junkyard. And you asked Maggie what a circlet that you found does, and she told you that it allows you to wield fire at a distance, whatever that would mean. So, as we come now to back to the story, what is it you'd like to do here, heroes?
I think we'll take some time and figure out exactly what this circlet does so we can have the best understanding. But Maggie, is it okay if maybe we take a rest before we head out again? I'm not sure we were quite prepared for that level of engagement, but we did manage to survive still.
You've done well, and I think everyone deserves a rest now and then. Feel free, as long as you continue to stay on your manners. Rest here for as long as you need to.
Of course. We're glad we could get that tormentor back in at least some sort of usable state.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, maybe we'll find one of these huts or hovels to rest in.
How long do you think you need to rest for?
I could use a long rest.
Yeah, full 8 hours for Magda.
Okay.
The rest of us reset after 4, so Magda will need the full 8, I think.
Yes, please. I have one spell slot left.
Okay, if we're gonna have some downtime, then while you rest, Magda, I need to go shadow Chuka and Clonk a little bit. I need to watch them dismantle this thing. I'm curious. I'd like to spend some time trying to watch what they're doing and see if they can give any pointers. And I'd like to ask them if I can acquire any like smithing tools off of them so I can do repairs like this in the field for us going forward.
As you are able to watch them, they'll explain everything, but as you ask for smithing tools, you're nice, but our tools are our tools. Don't got much down here.
So nobody has any spare sets. No one's willing to part with them for some money.
Not a knucklebone. Scavenge like the rest of us.
Haven's thinking if they didn't say they were going to be on their best behavior, he would scavenge the tools off of their 2 bodies, but he doesn't want to get thrown out of Knucklebone. He'll kind of shuffle his way back to the hut that the others are in and kind of knock the door open. It's useless Kenku.
What happened?
I just wanted to get a set of tools so we could repair our vehicles while we're out there. It kind of showed me what to do, but they didn't have any tools to offer. Said nobody did. At least not here at Knucklebone.
You think maybe there's some in a compartment or something on the vehicle we just commandeered?
I guess we could look.
Yeah, we can do that on our way out, maybe. I'd say while Haven was off with the Kenku, Saren was spending time with the circlet, getting the full understanding of it.
Yeah, you understand that it's a circlet of blasting and you know what it does.
Okay. Saren would explain that in greater detail to everyone than what Maggie had given. With that understanding, does anyone desire to use this? I don't think it does a whole lot for me. I can do basically what it does already.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, if we can trade it for something better.
Yeah, I think it still has value that we can
Yes.
exploit, but we can see if Maggie wants to trade it for anything that she might have of equal value, or otherwise we'll just hang on to it. All right.
While Haven and Saren were doing those things, Mel was pretty amped up after the motorcycle ride and the encounter. So before resting, she's gonna practice the
Yay! And some dust.
I made this word up. You'd think I'd remember it. The Velvailer practice. She's gonna do that to burn off some steam.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, Saren's gonna rest.
Yeah, you all are able to take a long rest.
Okay, we can push the button, yeah?
Yeah.
Hope so, because I just did.
Amidst
Yeah.
that long rest,
Same.
Faye, I'm gonna do my elf thing, and I'm gonna change my proficiency from longsword to land vehicles.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sounds good. So, as your rest comes to an end, what do you do as you greet this new day?
I guess Saren's gonna go check to see if there's any compartments where smithing tools might be hidden to repair the vehicle.
Give me a investigation.
It's a big 7.
You're not finding any.
Damn it.
I didn't have any luck, Haven.
Yeah, that sounds like that's to be expected. They probably just come out ill prepared. They probably left him back at their base, wherever that was.
Or they just hope to commandeer whatever they need.
So we do not have our tormentor anymore, correct?
You do not, no.
Okay.
Well, are we ready to depart then? Oh, Maggie, are you interested in this circlet? Do you have anything of equal value you might be interested in trading?
I might have something that is of a equal value. Give me but a moment.
Maybe she has some tools.
suppose the value to us is probably equal to that to be able to repair this.
I think you should see what other items she has, though.
Very, very good.
Uh, Maggie will come out, and she has a necklace that hangs off of her finger. You can see that there is a sort of heart-shaped gem up on it. This would be about the same sort of oomph as your circlet.
Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it useful for?
It makes one more hardy, resilient. Very important if you're traveling such hostile wastelands.
It certainly does sound useful. What are we looking at here, Faye?
Above game, you are looking at a periaptive health.
Oh, that's good. And I actually didn't know that's how you pronounced it.
Wait. What's that?
Definitely trade that, yeah?
Well, that's up for your characters to describe after hearing old Maggie. Because players know what it is. Characters only know that this makes someone more resilient. And who knows how that can be interpreted.
Well, it's probably more useful than what this circle does for us. Anyone opposed to making the deal?
Sounds much more useful.
All right. You got a deal, Maggie.
We will make the swap.
I assume this is the one from the 2024 rules.
Yes. That's what we're playing with. Why would
Yeah,
I
I
give you
just making sure.
2014?
I don't know.
Based on how she described it, it seems like something one of you three would be most apt to use.
I leave it up to you, you two.
I'm not exactly sure what it does. I'll have to spend some time to get a full understanding. Here, I'll go. Maybe prepare to leave, and we can get ready, and I'll study this thing for a bit. That way, we're most prepared before we set out again.
Oh, it just above table. The hour that it takes to understand a magic item's abilities is not the same hour that it would be required to attune to it. That's 2 hours that it would take.
That's okay. So we've got the understanding.
Yeah, an hour would get you the understanding.
Okay. Mel, I think you should take this just in case you need to restore some health in the middle of something, since Magda and I can do that already. Haven's pretty tough at
So
it.
can I.
Well, sure. I think Magda and I have a little more capacity to do so.
Fair. I mean, if no one else wants it, I won't say no.
I think you should take it.
Yeah, I think you should hang on to it for
You
now.
guys didn't have to get me jewelry.
Well, here we are.
It matches the blood on your scimitars.
There is
Very
actually
true.
art for it. It's one of the few magic items that has art.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there's faces on the gem.
Yeah.
Saren will hand it over.
So, do remember that you have a map of Avernus, but you are following Lulu's lead at this moment. So, but if there are places that you want to, mark, such as the location of Fort Knucklebone, which doesn't exist on your map, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll note that on the map. Hey, Lulu, where on this map are we headed?
Um, this is telepathic. Eh, not quite sure, map-wise. But I can lead you there. I know where it's at. I know what it looks like.
Okay. Do you know how far it is from here?
I don't think it's that far.
Okay, great.
All right.
Haven's not completely convinced, but's willing to follow along, considering everything here seems to look the same. It's all desolate and decaying and bones and spines and spikes and crap.
Okay. So,
Guess we'll mount up in a demon grinder and pop a soul coin in.
all right. Soul coin goes in. And bam. Alrighty, just
Oh, we get to pick what we're on now. Is Saren driving?
Yeah, Saren was gonna drive.
can't wait until you guys pack bond with the demon grinder and decide you want to give it a name. It's gonna
What
happen.
does that mean?
Pact bond?
Pack. Okay. It's a thing that humans do.
Oh. Yeah, we do that.
Where on this map is Fort Knucklebone?
The map does not have a Fort Knucklebone. So you
Yeah, but like I've marked the map
yeah,
now,
so
right?
yeah, but like I'm telling you, like, there is no Fort Knucklebone on the map, like even on the DM side. Like
Oh,
it's nebulously somewhere on there, and your characters can now return to it through charting courses on the map.
got it. Well, if you ever decide to tell us where it's, like, decide a spot, you just let us know.
For sure. But no, yeah, you guys are able to travel and I gotta decide how long this is gonna take. It's going to, we'll say, take I don't even have the way that frickin' Avernus works. We'll say that it is going to take, because the speed of the demon grinder is 100 feet, that it's going to take, you can move essentially I'm just going to call bullshit here. 10 miles per hour. I'm going to say it'll take you a little under an hour to get to where you're going. Now that is without any sort of fun boosts that you will unlock later on.
Okay,
Oh
tease.
well. I
Been
want fun boosts.
You've been
Can
reading
I
the
redeem
rules.
channel points?
There is no channel points to redeem for this fun boost. You have to find it out in the world, which you'll have opportunities to do so.
I have a question.
I have an answer. Maybe.
Great. That's what I'm in the market for, is an answer. So we rested for 8 hours,
Correct.
but and then I think we got into the encounter when we were a half mile away from Maggie's.
Correct.
So like when we wake up in the morning, like for record keeping, how many hours do I deduct off the fuel for the bike? Because
So,
I put the bike in my inventory.
yeah,
I'm
no,
trying to
that's
keep
good.
track of it.
I have you at the start of the day 64 hours, because I also have a tracker of your things. But if you also took another hour, so, because the thing, 63 before you set out.
Okay, so
I'm rounding down on hours, so like a half mile is not anywhere close to an hour for your purposes of fuel.
I don't know if that's saved. Did it save? Yes, it did. Okay. Thank you.
Alrighty. So, it is going to be as you arrive, I need to get my
Behold, Zael's dog crucified those who betrayed his mistress in battle. Crucified.
when you arrive into the area here, of course, the cartographer, the crazed mind that has been talking to you through the map, tells you a little bit about where you come across. And as you hear the voice, you would see wrought iron trees that line a trail leading up the summit of a steep hill. There are anguished knights impaled on the tree's metal branches here, their bodies writhing in torment as bloated sturges feast on their blood. And above you again, there are these sturges, flocks of them. They all buzz between the branches. And as you're looking around here, near the summit, a figure seems to call out to you, spotting your arrival. Help, please.
Do we see the figure?
I would say not at the base. If you want to dismount your vehicles and climb upwards to see if you can figure who has called out to you.
They're
Should we go check
speaking in
that out?
common.
They did speak in common.
Should we go investigate? What are we looking for here, Lulu? Just the sword?
She seems a little confused, perhaps due to, memories, but she nods. And she'll flutter alongside your group.
Do these sturges seem like interested in us, or are they just interested in feeding in the corpses in the trees?
They are. Well, I mean, they're not corpses. They're bodies.
Sure.
They scream and writhe. But they do not seem interested in you at this moment. Now that could change depending on what you do, if you aggravate them in any sort of way. But for now, you're able to pass by. Near to the summit of the hill, there is a figure, an elven warrior, that calls out once more for help. Please. Please help.
What sort of help do you need?
As he talks, Mel, with your passive perception, you would notice that his two canines are extended. It seems that this elf, impaled on the tree as he is a vampire.
Guys, careful. That's a vampire. I will say quietly to my companion.
As the elf looks down, and he is on one of the largest of these iron trees, as he looks down to you, Saren, draw me from this place. Cut me down so that my soul can leave here. I cannot stand this curse of undeath.
How did you find yourself here?
I tried to redeem my corruption. I swore to hunt down my own kind. I volunteered to join Zariel's crusade into the Nine Hells. And now I'm paying the blood of my companions, traitorous as we all were. It was not brave what I did. The portal, the Avernus, was opened, and I charged in. But I panicked. I fled back to Elturel. My comrades, braver than I, were damned as I sealed the portal behind them.
How did you end up back here?
I decided that I no longer wished to exist as a vampire. I was going to face Lathander's mercy, his judgment. So I stepped into the sun of my own accord. But Lathander did not hear my prayer. And instead I was condemned to the hells to suffer for my sins. And I just want freedom. Draw me from this tree.
What's your name?
Gender, Sunstar.
Lulu, does that name ring any bells for you?
As you turn to Lulu, her eyes are wide as she stares at this warrior. You can see her pupils moving quickly as she does seem to remember him. When the memories settle, her face becomes pitiful. I'm sorry. She looks to Saturn. I thought the Bleeding Citadel was... She seems to shake her head. I need to ponder my dreams more. This was a mistake.
What was a mistake?
This isn't where we're supposed to be.
We can leave then. But what about him?
I know him. He speaks true that he betrayed Zariel.
Saren will turn back to him. Do you know where the sword is? Zariel's sword?
Oh, last I saw Zariel was the portal. I know she rules Avernus now, but I'm not part of that story. Please. I ask for reprieve. On shameful and sinful things, but I do not want to exist pinned on display. Force of fate to live. I want to. Don't want to exist like this. Not anymore.
How do we know that cutting you down will release you and you won't just attack us and betray us?
I'm already broken. What good would attacking you do? If you let me down, I won't have to feed. I can starve myself. I can throw myself into the river Styx.
Now that I would love to see. Been curious what that river does to people.
Can I insight check to see if he's being truthful?
Yeah, go ahead, roll an insight check.
20.
He shows no sign of deceit. He just wants to be released from the torment that he exists in.
I think he's suffered enough. What do you all think?
I think he's paying his price. But if you want to let him down, you're more than welcome to. I won't stop you with that.
I'll cut him down, but be ready just in case this doesn't go smooth.
As you release Jander, his body crumbles to dust.
Oh, okay.
Though you would notice a bit of gratefulness on his face as it happens. However, this will draw forth a flock of sturges. And as numerous sturges begin to fly around you, we're rolling initiatives.
When you say flock, what are we talking about?
Oh,
4?
you're in the roundabout of about 20.
Oh.
But they're tiny. They're like itty bitty. They're like weird infernal bats. Like, look at these
They're like
guys.
demon mosquitoes?
Like, look at them. And no, they're more like bats. They're technically a beast. They've got even like a little tail.
Can I pull on the little tail and make him get all cranky?
We'll see.
Blimey.
Alright, so we've got, that's gonna be Haven first, then we've got Mel, we've got the Sturges, then Saren, and then Magda. So, Haven, first act, what would you like to do?
I don't like this situation. There's just a flock of them flying around us.
Yeah, they do seem hostile.
I wonder if I can out. Is there any that are flying close enough to me that I would be able to melee them?
Oh yeah, you could melee any of them in this flock, essentially.
Alright, let's just bring out the greatsword and just start like flailing at them, at this flock, trying to just chop them down and out of the air. Just get out of here. Get stupid pests.
Alright. So, Are you doing the attack roll, or are you just trying to scare him off?
I'll do attacks for now.
Okay.
There's an 18 to hit
That'll hit a Sturge.
for 10 slashing.
That's a Sturge down.
Next Sturge, 16 to hit,
That'll hit.
8 slashing.
That's another one down.
I don't want any like op attacks if I move, so I guess I'll just stay still for now.
All right. It is Melioras. What would you like to do?
Melioras will turn on the blender and also attack some Sturges. The 25 to hit,
For sure.
doing 8 points of slashing,
One down.
and a 21 to hit,
That hits.
doing 9 points.
Another down.
Offhand is a natural 1.
That's a miss, unfortunately. Our Sturges are going to go. We've got 16 of them here. So I think everyone's gonna get a little friend. Or 4. As they all fly around. They're gonna try and attach themselves to you. So we'll start off with the ones with Haven. That's a 7 to hit.
Nope,
A 16.
nope.
A natural 1.
Yep,
And then a 22.
nope.
Uh,
No, the 22 will hit.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure of your AC.
I'm
that-
still in the vehicle. The vehicle's got a 23 AC.
Well, this
I
isn't
don't even know
coming
if
for
that's
you. You're not in the vehicle. That is 4 points of piercing damage, and the Sturge is attached to you. It's now digging into the skin. And Saren, that's an 8 to hit.
Nope.
And an 18.
That one will hit.
Alright, that's gonna be 5 piercing. 21
Yep.
for 4 piercing. And then a 22 for 4 piercing. Alright. Let me just make a note of how many Sturges are attached. And then we've got over near Mel. The 4 gonna try and hit Mel. 19 to hit.
Hit.
5 piercing. A natural 20.
Can I spiny shield at?
Yes. It's still gonna be an auto hit, but it does do the damage back.
So reduces damage you are dealt by 2d4 and deals that same amount of piercing damage.
Okay.
So it'll reduce it by 3 points,
And
and
that
it'll take 3 points.
is dead. Sturges do not have a lot of HP. But that is still 2 more by you. With a 17.
That just hit.
Alright.
Oh wait, what does this tiny shield do? Hang on.
I believe it ups your AC until the start of your next turn.
Until your next turn, when you are hit by a melee attack, so it keeps doing that. So I don't know, do I roll the 2d4 again, or is it just
Yeah,
a 3
just-
forever?
Just do another one again. Why not?
Sure. Point.
That's another one dead. Don't even worry about it. And then we've got the last one gonna try and hit you. Because they don't learn. That's a 16 to try and hit.
That misses.
Alright, so. Over near Magda, we've got 4 of them. A 7 absolutely misses. A natural 1 absolutely misses. But a natural 20 will hit.
Yeah.
Which deals 9 points of piercing damage, and it's attached to you. And then a 9 misses. And that is it for the Sturge's turn. Saren, we come to your go.
How many Sturges are within 15 feet of me?
I mean, since you're all sort of together, all of them, why not?
Spirit Guardians, please.
Okay.
I'm upset.
Is that an immediate roll?
Wisdom save.
Alright, I'm gonna roll 14 dice here. What's the DC?
16.
That's not gonna look good. Alright, so. There was 14 at the start of Saren's turn. Now there's 4.
I didn't roll damage yet.
You don't have to. I mean, you can.
There's only 7 damage.
They have 2 HP.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, and I believe it's, even on a successful, that's still half damage, right?
Correct.
Yeah, they're all dead. So there's no Sturges. But anything else on Saren's turn?
No. Are we still in initiative?
You are.
Then I will continue concentrating for whatever. I'm nervous. Okay, thanks.
Magda, it is your turn.
Oh, well, I have one on me. Can I?
No, you don't.
Attack? Oh, that one died?
All of them have died.
Oh, wait. I thought there was 4 left. They all died?
Yeah, because half damage. Let me restate. They have 2 HP.
Yeah, okay. But they were still in initiative. Can I take a dodge action then?
Yeah, for sure.
You're making me nervous.
You should be nervous.
Okay.
As Magda's turn comes to an end, Meliodas. Or no, it's Haven, sorry. Mel is after Haven. Haven, it's your turn.
I'm gonna pick up the corpse of one of the Sturges and throw it at Saren and say, "You did that. They weren't gonna attack if you didn't save his life."
God, I didn't know that they were going to do that. I'm sorry.
I mean, none of us did, but could have just left him on the tree.
I thought maybe it suffered enough. I'm sorry.
As this goes down, Meliodas, what do you do on your turn?
Well, I'm observant, so I don't know if that one of the ones. I can take the search action as a bonus action. Can I look for any other signs of possible threats?
You do see a sign of a possible threat. However, we will have to see what that threat is after our upcoming ad break. So, please hang out with us while we let our ads run. They do help us out a ton here at Little Witch RP. They do help keep our games affordable. Another great way of doing that is through donations. We've got a link for that on screen and in our chat room. Donations really do support us, but they also unlock awesome perks for the entire community. Perks benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, all sorts of fun things. Full list on our Discord. Check us out there. Stick around. We've got some exciting things happening here. We'll see you guys very soon. Varys, you took the search action for your bonus action, and were able to see what the other threat was. A few, we'll say, 100 feet or so. There is a creature. A horse of fire and nightmares. Galloping through the sky. Seated upon is a fiendish warrior. And he aims right towards where you stand.
Guys, we've got incoming.
Uh-oh.
Whole place is incoming.
It doesn't look like a fun time. But it's a few 100 feet away still.
Maybe. It's hard to say for sure.
Am I able to discern if it seems to be moving faster through the air than we are able to move when we're in our vehicles?
Yeah. Well, maybe not in your vehicles, but you'd have to get down to your vehicles, which are at the bottom of the hill. And it definitely...
And how far away are we from the vehicles?
I'd say maybe 100 feet or so.
Oh, jeez, that's a lot farther than I thought it was.
Yeah. Big hill.
Okay,
Can I cast
Well-
Death Ward on Saren?
Once it's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're still in turn.
Yeah.
Dumbass move.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
sorry.
it's my turn. It's aiming at me, so it clearly has seen me.
Well, it's aiming at your general location.
Okay, I'm gonna take a risk, and I'm gonna use my action to cast Disguise Self, and I'm going to make myself look like a Cambion. Or whatever the female equivalent would be, if I've seen one.
The Cambion can be male, female.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was... Okay. Then I will turn myself into a female Cambion, and I will look just... I will look like I'm in charge and bored.
Okay. As Mel, you do this, our rider will descend. And as it reaches the hill, it will step off of the nightmare that it commands, and let me just send you a picture of what you guys are looking at.
Sick.
And without a word, he takes the blade and swings it at Saren.
Whoa. Well, he's gonna have to make a wisdom save.
Okay. That is a 22 on the wisdom save.
That's a pass.
Okay.
Half damage, which was what?
7.
3 or 4? Yeah.
So it's 3 that he'll take. That's actually, unfortunately, I misspoke. His weapon is actually a lance.
No, he'll still be within 15 feet then.
Oh, he's within 10 feet. So yeah.
Yeah.
26 to hit Saren
That'll hit.
with, come on, stop dancing. 15 piercing and 20 fire.
Cool, that puts me below 0. I think that triggers a death ward.
Was that set? Because I don't believe that
Oh
was...
no, I guess not.
Yeah. So you are making death saves is what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it will... It's gonna be a little brutal here. It is going to take the lance and slam it down into the prone Saren's chest.
You bitch.
And a 16 hits, which means that is an auto death save. Fail.
Yeah.
And it's going to do it again. It's another hit. 2 fails on Saren before he even rolls.
Nice.
And the helmed figure is going to use his terrifying command, and I need Haven, Mel, and Magda to make for me a charisma saving throw.
Cool. Good at those.
Oh my god.
All of you fail, and you are frightened of this fighter for the next minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. But that is it for this guy's turn. Saren, as we come to your turn, before you make your save, a voice comes to you. It is a moment of quiet here, as the battle seems to fade away. And I see that you're in need. I can help you. I can bring you from the brink. But help delivered needs to be repaid in kind.
At what cost?
One that I know you can manage.
What is it that you think I can manage?
A task. Simple as that.
No further details?
You are in quite a desperate situation. You agree, and I save you. Or you don't, and you take a risk. The gods aren't quite close in this domain.
I don't think I have a choice. I'll accept your deal.
As you accept the deal, Saren, you automatically gain a natural 20 on your death save. And you come up with 1 HP. So, as you gasp back into the battlefield, It is your turn, Saren.
Guy still standing over me.
Oh, yeah.
Then I suppose I will use my bonus action teleport to get 30 feet out of there to my feet.
Okay, yeah.
And then we'll guiding bolt at 3rd level.
Go for it.
Only an 11.
Unfortunately, that's a miss. And the hellfire eyes track where you now stand 30 feet away from him. And I think that's where we're going to end our session this turn.
Oh my god.
So, we'll be picking up in the middle of combat with Magda's turn, but before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They do help us out here a ton, or not ads run, wow, I am out of it. I do ask that you come check us out, wildwitch.com. That is our website. We've got all sorts of information up there, all sorts of cool things you can check out. Locke's been putting up some really cool items and characters. You can come join us in our Discord. We've got games running. You can jump in. You can also keep up to date with our announcements. We've got some exciting things coming out here very soon. What else? Live streams. Live streams happen on our Twitch. Follow us here to keep up to date with all of those, or head over to YouTube to catch our VODs. That happens over there. But thank you guys. I hope you all had fun, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, laters.